Today's tale sees us playing BattleTech once again, and today we're up against Agent Zero. So we have two commandos, a Vindy, and a Centurion. He told me before the battle this is his first multiplayer, so this is either going to be pretty rough for him, or he's going to be okay. We'll see. We'll see how things go. We're going to put Arclight probably towards the middle here. We'll swing Showboat probably around this side. Actually, you know what? Showboat, you're just going to chill up here. We just kind of want to see what he's going to do first. He might tank up. He might come towards us. We'll see. Ozone here is going to be our tank. We're going to try and keep him braced here. The two commandos are obviously going to try and rip around and sensor lock. And Paradise and the Vindy is hopefully going to provide a pest or a bit of a bunker buster for us as we drop him in. We'll see how we go. See how we go indeed. So if this is his first time playing multiplayer, things that are going to be a little different for him is going to be a lot of the reserving. Multiplayer, still the reserving doesn't do all that well. He'll find that we come at a lot of different angles because the AI just likes to just stomp straight up the middle and be done with it. Also, the quick turn times tend to apply a little bit of pressure here when suddenly you're trying to get some wacky things done. So we are in the 15 mil bracket as well. I'm going to have to be careful with the medium here. I don't want to have it all the way at the front. I have no Panthers, so no jump capabilities, which is a little bit sad for me, but it was the only way I could kind of really afford what I wanted here. What we might do is we might take a bit of a sprint here with Arclight, see if we ping anything. We may or may not. Doesn't look hopeful, does it? We might swing around this side with Showboat here. Probably if he's coming towards us, he'll get us next turn. So we would like to see the possibility of him not having Arclight, but I think we might be up a little bit of a creek there. We'll probably jump over here just to get Paradise cracking over with a bit of evasion. Hopefully he hasn't backed up into oblivion here, and he is coming towards us. This map, all the maps are fairly large. If you did decide to just take a bit of a gander, you could possibly run for quite a while. I mean, you can see here it goes all the way back. I think if you had jump mechs, my god, I think you could get some sort of really ugly hill action going on over here. I don't think I've ever seen anyone go that far, but I mean, I'm just one person playing, you know, a couple of hours every now and then. I'm sure someone has seen some god-awful action where someone went a million miles back. Alright, looks like he's probably not coming towards us on this side, so we might swing Showboat. I've got to be careful of this river. The deep water here kind of screws you over a little. We'll probably swing Showboat over here. Now this is where it gets sketchy. Ooh, okay, we've got ourselves a signal agenda. Alright, so that means we're going to put ourselves around this side. We're going to bring Arclight probably back around. And we might move you, sir, up on this hill. Just kind of want to readjust for this now that we know where he is. So he might have most of his mechs trundling through this. If we can get some locks, it'll be great. Let's see if he's got an Arclight. He does. So 3 lights and a medium. And we pinged him. Do you reckon this is going to be his Arclight? His commando, 1B. 1B's the laser version? If he locks me, this might be a little crazy here, sir. We could look at... Who's Arclight? Arclight's back here, right? We could look at running Arclight forward. I don't think we'll get enough traction here to grab him. Oh, he's going to go for the sensor lock. We might swing around into his turn. We'll reserve here. We'll swing around. We'll let him fire on this. I can't really do anything anyway. Even if I moved Arclight here, he would still get a turn of firing. He shouldn't have... Unless he's got a lot of LRMs, we should be kind of okay on the commando. It is still a bit of damage that we really don't want, but we'll have to eat it. I think what we might have to do is we might have to put Paradise forward. Ooh, Panther, this could be Apex PPC to the face. Good luck, buddy. We might have to move you and brace you, actually, as best we can. This is probably going to be a PPC hit. Ooh, okay, it's not Arclight. So, what do we got here? So these are his 3 lights. We don't know what the medium is just yet. Now, do I risk the Jenna shooting me? I think we should be fairly safe if we just park ourselves. Where can we park ourselves? We need a bit of evasion to go on here. I could go for a full move this way. Arclight. If I sprint you in, buddy. I don't really want to take a shot from anything else. So I think we'll just back up a bit here. And we'll probably just brace up. And then we're going to have to eat some more rounds here, I think. Or we could park ourselves down here. No more direct fire. It would probably have to be over here somewhere. I think we'll go for here. And we'll just park ourselves. Hopefully that wasn't a sprint. Alright, so we maintain lock on this. I don't want to lose lock here. I do need him to continue to hose me a little. So we'll jump forward with Paradise. We'll probably brace. We'll look at getting into a bit of combat here. I should have maybe rotated this. Depends what he's got back here. If it's Trebuchet, we might be in a little bit of trouble. Hopefully it's not a Trebuchet. He's pretty light here. Commando, Panther, and a Jenna are all fairly light. So he's probably got a substantial medium here. Not sure what he's got. Alrighty, that's what we like to see. We'll take a sprint with Arclight over here. We'll stay out of sensor range as best we can. So she'll be ready for next turn. I could have probably reserved here. He didn't want to move his Jenna in. Alright. So now we get to see what the medium is. If we feel 10 LRMs, we know it's a Centurion of some sort. Although, what have I got? Suppose he can afford better than an AL. That's for sure. Because I upscaled, although I've downscaled. Suppose I downscaled my 2 commandos a bit. They're only 2.6 mil. Whereas his commando is even cheaper than ours, though. Alright, what is this? This is Apex. A Pixie in a what? A Centurion AL. Hello, sir.
What's the plan?
I don't know about Apex in that, but okay. We'll probably take a jump here. We'll brace up. In fact, how far can we do without heat? You know what? This gives us max evasion right smack here. We will go in. We'll give him another target to fire at here. Hopefully we can sort out the commando here a little. Jenna looks like it's trying to flank round. We'll brace up. And we will bring our own AL around. So there's a lot of armor on the ALs. We probably want to go for something like the Jenna or the Commando or the Panther here. Probably go for a bit of a sprint here. Should be able to make this pretty comfortably without him really getting any wind of this. Here is pretty good. I'll take that. Unfortunately, these trees are slowing us down just a tad. Just a tad, sir. Alright, so is he going to lock this again? He could lock this. Another round of firing into it's going to hurt a bit. We'll probably pull it back. He might want to lock this. We'll pull you back. Put this forward. Fire with this. Fire with this. You know, get some return fire going on. He should know that this is coming pretty hot and heavy, so there's going to be a lot of evasion built up on this, which he doesn't really want to fire through. The bee is moving not far. Not far at all. So there's going to be no evasion on this. Oh, he has vision. Alright. Alright, sir. That's even better for us. This is a bad move. No evasion. The trees, they might save you a little, but it's not going to be enough to really get you pumping along, right? So we will take to the trees here. We'll get our own vision on this guy. In fact, what we're going to do is we're going to reserve down here. The other reason this is bad is because this guy just needs to take a step back, and he's now out of vision. Right, so then I suppose your AL can always fire. Given things here, the Panther. Would I put Apex in an AL? I mean, you got a large laser. I'd probably put it, if I wasn't going to sensor lock, I'd probably throw it into the Panther, because you want that PPC to do the damage. LRM-10 will do 40 damage on all rockets hitting. It's not a lot. At this bracket, how far is he moving the Panther? Panther's moved a bit. We'll probably just destroy this Commando if we can. It'd be fairly nice to get a bit of damage into that. Oof, he's hammering down poor old Paradise here. It's okay, Paradise. Don't worry about it, buddy. Don't worry at all. So we'll move here with Arclight. We'll probably lock this. We know unless the Jenner has some sort of goods here, we're probably safe to do this. We will. What's in this arm? Medium laser and some ammo. It's not great to lose the ammo. We'll flick around here. We'll lock this guy. I'll do it with Arclight so the Arclight can get out if things go south. Alright, so now he's got the Jenner. The Jenner could push in here and fire, which might be an option for him. We'll probably rotate Paradise out and put the AL in if we can. I just really needed something to hold down this front so that everything was at least locked here. Because if I pulled back too far, we would have had a harder time going on this. He's pushing that Jenner quite far, actually. I don't know. I never know if flanking's worth. It takes a long time to do, right? Compared to everything else here. Make it his turn. He's probably going to fire. He'll probably move this forward and fire, since he can now fire the large laser here. He could probably fire the large laser from about here, I'd say. Plus some LRMs. I mean, see, this is where Apex gets a bit sketchy, because you want to fire the LRMs and the large laser, whereas Apex on the Panther, because you only reasonably have the PPC to fire, it's a lot easier, right? Alright, baby. Let's go. No evasion. Damn, I would love to make the trees a bit better here. In fact, I would like to stay out of his sensor range. I think we might be out of sensor range here. So we'll rotate like this. That Jenner's coming around, but we can hopefully deal with that in a bit. Alright, let's go, Ozone. He has probably done more damage to us. I mean, we haven't even fired here yet, have we? This will be our first round of firing. Ooh, and it scored a fairly solid hit. He's probably going to consider backing this up now. If he can. This is his starter, so we could even do something like this. This would be a little crazy, though. A little crazy indeed. Can you get 65s with that? I'm considering it, though. Paradise, what do you got? So if we step back with Paradise here, in fact, Paradise, if you want to take a jump, we could get 2 evasion plus you could fire. And we can twist you, plus we've got trees. I think this is probably worth. He's going to have to move that Commando there to at least get a lock. Alright, let's do it. We'll jump you, sir. We'll fire in. It's going to cost us a fair chunk of heat, but if we hit with some of this stuff, it's going to be a lot of damage on this guy. A lot of damage indeed. Nice, that's what we like to see. We like to see cooking mechs here. I like to see them cooking mechs. So now we can push you forward. I would love it if your range was just a little bit better than that. I guess not. We probably... You know what? I don't mind throwing my commandos in now. He might go for Showboat here. It would be... What would it be? It would be another PPC. I think we could survive that fairly okay. What are we risking it for? Probably about 50 damage. maybe a bit less. But I think that's 50 damage to a commando is pretty nice. Especially if you're going to lose your medium laser. It's not huge, but it's a start. As I always like to say, it is a start. If only this was Arclight, it would be a lot nicer. Because at the moment we are in a little bit of trouble here. Barney rubble, as they like to say. I wouldn't sensor lock with this again. I would pull this back. I would probably pull it back and sensor lock if I had to. There we go. So he shouldn't have any vision this turnaround unless he wants to sensor lock with that. Which, yeah, there we go. We'll probably reserve down. He's going to maybe sensor lock with one of these. If he's got sensor locking on it. Either the Jenna or the Panther. We will continue to probably push our Centurion forward. Keep life nice and safe for our commandos if we can. See what we get hit with here. See what we get hit with. We know this guy's probably braced here. So depending on what he wants to do. If he has no vision. He hopefully has another sensor locker. If he doesn't, then this is going to be a hard round for him. Because there will be no vision. He could jump forward with this brace. Get vision here. It's a bit of a dangerous way to get vision though. Because I can pull back. He could jump and fire. Which is even worse. We'll see what he wants to do. He's just going to pull back. Is he going to brace with everybody? He's thinking about... Nope, that's a brace. Okay. What do I think? Do I think the Jenna is another sensor locker? Maybe. Maybe indeed. You know what we might do? We might park ourselves down into this phase here. We can then move the Vindicator. Although the Vindy, I'd love to fire the Vindy. Be interesting to see if he reserves. If he's a new player, reserving is a little weird since the AI doesn't really reserve a lot. But as you play the multiplayer a lot more, you get used to trying to survive here. He needs to reserve. This is not a good move. I would have reserved because you want to see possibly what is going to happen here. Alright, well, we'll probably just take shots into the commando then, since it's already mangled. So if we can move Arclight up just enough to get a sensor lock here, we will just hammer down on the commando. We can probably get rid of most of its evasion and help it bleed quite a fair bit of... Even through a brace, we can do a fair chunk of damage here. So we should be able to get close enough to fire with most of our weapons and do some significant damage to this. I mean, to a light, any damage is significant, right? What you want to do is you probably want to push your AL forward to maybe get some vision. And just tank your way through, but it's not going to be all that easy for you, buddy. It's not going to be all that easy. We could probably just sit tight. I prefer to move, actually. If we can get some evasion. Alright, we can get 2 evasion here. That'll do us a little bit of work. And we're still firing into the side of this guy. Everything that gives us evasion is good, right? Because then, if he doesn't sensor lock us, then he has a hard time through those 2 bits of evasion. If we hit that, we might blow it. Oof, there we go. I did tell you, any damage is good damage. And this forces his hand quite heavily. Because now he's like, well, I'm taking a lot of damage. What do I do, right? And suddenly you're like, well, I need to push forward. And I need to push forward into a very ugly lineup for myself. We're going to rotate the mech here. We'll give him the garbage arm if he wants to push into these trees. We'll just blast in with everything we've got. Hopefully we can get through this guy. Oof, it's a lot of damage. And it is piling on up. Piling on up. Showboat.
Commander?
There's no way I'm pushing you into fire. You can probably just move up here and just brace up, buddy. Just brace on up. I don't particularly want to throw my mechs into something that will eat them alive. Don't get eaten alive. So, push the panther. What's he got here? It's going to be a hard ask, really, to get across this. Hard ask indeed. Alright, it's going to try and save the commando here, but now he has even less sensor locking options, right? He's got to have sensor locking on someone else, surely. Surely he's got to have sensor locking on someone. The Jenna, See, this is the thing I get scared of with Jennas is they do a lot of damage. They're really bad at heat though. Oh, he needs to. This is where you need to be reserving, right? Because now, so he moved the Jenna probably. The Panther is still exposed. We'll reserve down here. I guess we start working on the AL. There's a lot of armor on the AL. We could just turn this into a brawl. We could park our AL in front of his AL. Does turn into RNG though there. Whereas at this rate we could probably... He's backing up. Alright. Alright, we might have to push forward here. It's a little scary. I think we have to keep a hold of this match here as best we can. And then we'll push Showboat forward. So you know what? Ozone, how much range can you make here? I don't think that's going to be enough. Paradise? We might have to jump Paradise down here and brace. And see if we can hold this. I need for that, I need for this not to get out of my range. Okay, cool. So we got the Panther here. We'll brace up. He might come forward for this now with his own AL. We just need to make sure that he can't reset the turn phase here. So even if he pulls this back, we can now get a sensor lock on the Panther. We can shoot it a little. It's not going to be huge, but once again, damage on a light. It is what it is. You know, you start doing 25 damage to a light, and it's not happy. It's not happy at all. Could maybe start putting some damage on the AL as well. Let's have a look here. We're going to be at extreme range here. I think we push you forward. Let's make sure we can sensor lock. We'll probably just go for the AL, I guess. Might start doing some damage to that. He has, looks like he's presented the, what arm is this? This is probably, it's the laser arm, right? So we're probably okay just hammering away at this. Shame we don't have
What do you need?
shame we don't have ourselves a decent mech to go through that brace there. We might run Arclight over here just to keep a hold of some of this stuff so that he can't get it too far back. Arclight can rely on her evasion just a little. She doesn't want to get into this fight anyway. And can you get your large laser in? You can. To the center though? Really? Can we not? I don't want to move there. I would take the trees. If it's the center torso, it's the center torso. So be it. But I would have preferred to have fired into the side because I'm pretty sure this is his laser arm right there. And we'll just keep hammering him as he runs. Even at half damage, 20 damage to a leg. And then probably another 20 damage to the torso and surrounding area. It's pretty nice. Alright. So, do you now pull your B down to lock? Oh, here we go. We're learning. We are learning. Learning to reserve. What he really needs is, he needs another sensor locker here. Maybe the Jenner is his sensor locker. Alright, he moved something. Not sure what. Probably going to reserve here. Even if he locks one of these, we're probably pretty healthy to take some shots from all this stuff. He could maybe think about pushing his B forward. Lock this, fire these two. Maybe shred an arm. Maybe get lucky. You might kill someone with this. Maybe, eh?
Good to go.
Probably bring Showboat forward here. We'll just lock up the AL. I think he's going to still try and skip town on us. But we'll see how we do. He could push forward with his B to fire on Showboat. I don't know where this B is. But we'll see what we can do. He might move this back. You could, if I was him, he could just move it back a little and he'd be out of the ring. I could then probably jump the Vindy forward, grab a hold of it again. But then we're starting to get really close to an AL, a Panther, a Jenner, you know, all this sort of nasty stuff. I would probably reserve here, see if I just go on my whole turn. The reason I'd reserve here is everything's braced, and you kind of want to hold on to that. And then maybe you could push forward, get some vision and fire with a full turn in the trees. See how things go. Either that or he keeps pulling back. Be a long game if he wants to keep pulling back though. With that B in the state it is. If I look at it funny, it might die. We've got an LRM5 and LRM10. We don't have a lot of split shot. I'm pretty sure Ozone does not have any multi-shot. So we can't multi-shot it. But we could possibly get some of our lights on top of it. And do some damage here. We might just... might just get a cheeky shot in then if he's gonna not do anything here. I think we might even jump for this and get ourselves a bit of a cheeky. The reason we're jumping is I think we're gonna have time to blow our heat and keep our evasion here. And we'll hammer this guy a little. You know, another 25 damage. It's all starting to add up pretty quick. If he doesn't move forward, he's just going to have no armor. I would maybe consider... I would probably go all in. You got to go all in. Or do you keep pulling back? I think you definitely have to go all in. I would probably move this forward. Grab a... park it here. Yeah, you're just going to get hammered doing this. You're just going to get absolutely hammered. And that's not how you want to be doing this. Can we sense lock him again? We can. So we'll just keep on top of him. Ooh, okay. The Jenner's made a fair bit of distance here. I think we'll slam a few rounds into this guy while he's parked in the middle of nowhere. And only one evasion. He's got to move the Panther now. Panther probably can't get vision on arc lights, so we're pretty happy there. We're going to have to... I think we just push the river. I could sit on this side, but I think we push the river. Some lucky RNG might kill us. He's still got a Jenner. He's still got a Panther. Panther shooting us in the head. Panther possibly shooting us in the chest. You know, a couple of lucky hits, and it's all over Red Rover. We can get a unobstructed shot from over here, so I think we'll take that. We could go here. It's obstructed though, so it takes down a fair bit here. Another shot into that arm as well. It's pretty good for us. Can we rotate like this? This large laser actually has a bit of range on it. And we'll toast a little bit more armor off this arm if we can. Oof. It's going to be full on damage here. Yeah, that's... these turns of moving and not shooting are really costing him a lot. He's probably going to try and brace up in this forest. I think we'll push on that. The 1B is coming forward. If he locks Arclight, he's going to have some real... okay. He could make a turn of this. I don't know who else has range. Unfortunately, you can't see who's holding who. And I have a feeling I'm going to have to run Showboat forward. Alright, I think I risk Arclight here. Arclight, how are you looking? You're full armor. He'll get first turn. It's through a tree. He could go with probably the Panther here. It'll do 50 damage. If it hits you on the torso, I think you survive a torso hit here. It will be very bad for us, but you do survive that. Then you have to take a Jenna, maybe, if he pushes the Jenna forward. Ooh. Okay. It's exposing yourself a bit. He's going for the SRM as well. Yeah. Alright, we'll take that. So I'd say he's going to push his Jenna out as well. Showboat. I think we could risk right here. He's got no vision. I think we could risk a shot on this B right here. Who has... I have no multi-shot though, do I? So I'd be putting probably not a lot of damage in there. Alright, let's move forward. We'll lock up that B, and then we'll probably do what we can to this guy here. We'll lock up the B. If he had one more sensor locker, he could probably do a fair bit of work to some of our mechs here. So I could probably fire you into the side of this, maybe, if I jump into that river, and then you could probably take out the B here if we score some nice hits. The Jenna's going to come forward. We maybe need to brace up with this. There's going to be a lot of damage here. It's 140. Hopefully the trees do a little bit for us. Maybe he's going to do about 100 damage. It's going to be pretty awful. Oh, a miss. Haha, there we go. That's what we like to see. Alright, Arclight. You're still alive, buddy. He's still alive. We could just swarm him. I have a feeling Arclight's going to have a real bad day of this. We can take max evasion. He'll probably still get to laser us. It could just be evil here. And no, we can't even sprint out, can we? Alright, I think we're looking at a move into... How far can we move? No jumps kind of sucks. How far can we rotate here? Pretty okay. This into a brace. What do we lose? We're going to lose this arm, right? Some medium laser, some SRMs. Alright, here we go. We're just going to get shot apart, but... Do your best, buddy. Do your best. I suppose we're going to be trading for his commando. It's not what I would like, but... It'll have to do. It will have to do. He's exposed, so maybe we can do this. Hopefully our AL can get a shot on this, and we can probably kill this guy. I don't think there's much left of that. He's going to fire from here. Hopefully Paradise can get a shot into this. Oh, 20 damage to the torso. I'll take that. Is that arm going to pop? Whew. That arm survived. Craziness, Arclight. Craziness. Alright. Paradise, you're up first. See if you can do this, buddy. You can. I'll take those kind of odds. How far can we jump? We can jump to about here and not heat up. Oof, that's not great though, is it? I think we jump to here. Rely on our 4 evasion. Fire into the side of this guy. Oh, I should have checked actually with ozone. Oh well. It is the brakes. Luckily this is his PPC arm, so if we do some solid damage here, we might rip it off. No rip-offs. Alright. That rubble kind of annoys me. I don't really want that rubble. What do we got? 75 and 65. I think we just plow forward. We're just going to keep plowing forward, I think. I think we got this. I say that now and suddenly it all goes horribly wrong, but pretty happy for this to go into the side of him. He's going to lose this. He'll get a focus somewhere. But center torso, that's gone, so there's no more sensor locking. So that's toast. Next up, we probably pull... you know what, we'll leave Arclight there. I think he doesn't have any vision, so he's going to have to push forward here. And I think we just go all in now. He can do a fair chunk of damage to us. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Probably push this forward. Go around here. Alright, he does have another sensor locker. Interesting. I would have been using this a lot earlier here. A lot earlier. The Panther, I think we could probably blitz the Panther here. A little. We're going to take some damage on Arclight, who's pretty toasted already. Actually, let's Showboat. Let's blitz with Showboat here, I think. Showboat's got a fair bit of health. The evasion will hopefully hold this together. He might consider this a target. But so be it. So be it. Think we might pop an arm? No, we're just going to make him a little toasty though. Oh, he's unsteady. Unsteady. What do we got going on? Alright, he's probably got vision here. I could have maybe moved this so he had no vision. He's going to fire into it. It's going to take max damage here. So be it. We'll keep going on this guy here. Paradise. You could probably just fire from here, right? Have you got a blocked shot? Is that what's going on? Target size. What would you do? 50, 20. So we do what? 45 to 105? I think we do more damage with the Arclight, but I don't really want to risk Arclight. She's a bit mangled. Probably rather Paradise took this. And he gets some heat back. So let's go with you, Paradise. Off with that arm. Off with that PPC. He's only an SRM now. We should be looking pretty hunky-dory. I think next, depending on where he goes with this, we probably just push up with Arclight and fire, and then we'll probably just fire in with the scent. Definitely, my tip for new players is reserve and think about your reserves a bit more. It definitely helps. You can't play without reserving. But you can't, it's hard to explain. You don't always reserve, right? Reserving's not always the best action, but generally at the start of the match, it is. Simply because you want to see what the enemy's doing here. I was about to call him the AI, poor Agent Zero. And you want to be able to sense lock, and you want to move your sense locks around, right? So if he sense locks me, I want to be able to move out of the way. Whereas, oh, poor guy, he's counting down here. I think he's about to lose his turn. The Panther's about to get mangled if he doesn't do anything. Death from above. Here we go, baby. Whee! Alright. Death from above. Down you go, buddy. It's a reasonable move, I guess. But it's going to cost them. It's going to cost them pretty dearly here. We'll move this way. In fact, I think we can get a bit closer than that. And we will blast this guy for full bore. Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. Every time that reserve button is right in the way. I swear. I swear. Alright, we're gonna blast this guy.
Here we go.
Gonna blast this guy. Alright, let's see if we can send this without actually hammering one out. Here we go. So now his choices are... Sorry, I had to talk... Just got to encourage people, right? Because, you know, it's a bit discouraging if your first game is an absolute massacre, right? But, I mean, well, I've played 100 and something multiplayer games. This guy, it's his first one. It's always going to happen, right? It's a bit rough, I have to say. I mean, I hate losing. I hate it when I have, like, one-sided losses. But, need more people in multiplayer, really. Just to keep at it. Pro Commando could go down here if he had vision. What do we got going on here? Ooh, yeah, he's done a bit of damage to the Vindy. I think what we do here is we probably flick Arclight around. We'll shred that evasion there. Do you want to come around this way here, buddy? Shred this evasion. We can then go in fairly heavy with the rest of our mechs here. And just blast this guy. Unfortunately, Showboat, you need to probably... What can you do here? You can do a bit of work. You've lost your SRM, that's unfortunate. You might even die if I do this to you. Can we get 2 evasion here? We cannot. Can you get 3 evasion? I guess that's the best we've got.
Moving to position.
I guess that's the best we've got. He'll probably hit us with everything from this. So, we might lose a commando here. I think that's fair enough. Fair enough. Everyone else can just sort of pile around here. I would bring this down this way, so you can group up on this. You could probably swing it enough to fire through this alleyway and shoot me in the side, which would do a fair chunk of damage. Might even kill this because there's no, there's nothing in the way to protect it. There's no center torso. There's no torso on that side. It's probably going to come here, fire in. Hopefully the evasion does a little. He's probably got a focus. I would definitely use my focus right now. Blast this thing to hell. Come back again. Oh, actually we do have a torso here. Yeah, I would have used my focus there. You could have probably have just squeezed right through that. Because now we are gonna... Can we get into this water here? I think we use our own focus for this guy. And we just hammer him down. We'll rotate the mech slightly, like so. Just so if he does shoot the Centurion in the side, we're pretty good. We'll focus up. Go through the side of this guy. It's going to do a truckload of damage. There we go. 2 lasers gone. That's 50% of his damage. Well, that's 50 damage gone, not 50%. Since he does have a bit more than... that to go. I think we have to move you because I need to get 2 evasion. I'll take that. What do you got here? 70s? The LRM's taking a bit of abuse, but I think we just keep hammering this guy. We'll turn off the LRMs. Actually, we'll see if... Can we fire... we'll fire the LRMs. Fire them LRMs. Ooh, he is unsteady. Unsteady Eddie. We can probably get Arclight to fire on this guy. Knock him. I think. Arclight, you want to come in, knock this guy. You're probably going to get chewed up for this. But we'll put out max damage here.
Roger.
We might... No, we're going to be miles from knocking him. But, you know what? There goes all your weapons, right? All you got is an SRM. 4 damage. If he got... I would go for a punch on this. I think you can do more than 4 damage. Plus you ignore the evasion. Otherwise... I guess you finish off with this. I'll probably run this guy up this way to shoot him, just to ensure that he doesn't get smushed here. Much more. Whoop, death from above, probably on the side of this. Alright. Ugh. Man. Are we gonna get knocked here? Alright, he's gone down. Are we getting knocked? I don't think I've ever seen a Jenna go down. It looked actually pretty funny.
Commander?
I would like to probably Oh, you got no weapons? Oh dear, no weapons McGee, eh? Alright, just kick him then. Go for it, Showboat. Kick him. In the leg, probably. Oh, in the chest? Alright. Get some revenge there. You're pretty much dead, because this is going to fire into the side of you, but do your best. Do your best. I can't believe you lost all your weapons. That is insane. You've done a lot of work though, Showboat. You've done a lot of work. The AL is not all that damaged. So you could do a lot, could do a bit of work with this. I'd definitely focus on this now. I'd vent some rage here. And alright, no focus required. I think sometimes people forget about focus. I definitely know he's got one, because I've had one, right? And if I've had one, he should have one. We need to back up a little here. Our weapons are a little ineffective at this range. But we should finish this guy off fairly well. I think we're just going to jump over here. Blast them as best we can. And go from there. What do we got? We'll fire in the LRMs, that's fine. That is fine.
That would be a kill.
Next up, RAL is just going to get a hold of his AL. Oof, we can't even get around here. We're going to have to just run on in. Oh, I should have sprinted, actually. We'll brace, actually. We might just turn into a boxing match over here. We'll probably reserve into him. He might move out for this guy. But we'll see how it goes. See how it goes. He'll probably walk around here. Actually, you can't even punch. If you have no vision, you can't punch. So he has to move and shoot. I would probably move and shoot at this, since Arclight might actually... I don't know if most people... I don't know about the flank. The Jenna can't really flank in this. It's not what I'd call a flanking mech. I mean, if you get around the back of people, you can do a lot of damage, but... flanking, not so much. It's just not solid enough. Oof, mate, he's overheating. He's overheating. I think you, buddy, just roll up, punch him in the face, and we'll see what we can do here. Oh my gosh, he's close to shutdown. All right, kick him in the shoulder. That's a pretty high kick. Fair enough. And a zap to the kneecap, apparently. Zap to the kneecap. I think we'll just drop Paradise down on top of his head here, I think. And we'll finish this one pretty quick here. We can come in from the back. What are we doing here? We're doing 55. It'll go straight through that. Let's go, buddy. Let's go. Death from above. Kaboom. The pain train. Down he goes. Zap him in the back too. Only problem with this is we've done most of our damage to the back. I should have gone in from the side. I could have maybe shredded a bit of armor off there before going in like this. And then around you come, Arclight. Around you come, baby. Into the trees. Hopefully you can survive. I need your damage. I need your damage, baby. 11% at the head. Wow, that's not bad. Except for everything you're firing in would pretty much have to hit his head to win that battle. I don't know how that would work, but... Oh, really? We're getting another turn of firing on this guy? That's really bad. I think we flick around this side, keep firing. You gotta keep moving and firing. If this guy gets up, he will just hammer someone down here, which is pretty awful. And there we go. Down he goes. Poor guy. Poor guy. always your first game's gonna, if you don't find someone who's brand new to this game to play against, your first game's gonna be pretty rough. I could have played even worse for him. I could have just hidden Showboat and Arclight and just pounded him down with the Paradise and Ozone probably. Should not have been fun. His B, this one, how many? Okay, so he had Kraken, he had Apex. Apex I wouldn't have put here. I would have put Apex probably in the Panther. Kraken I wouldn't take on a Jenna. I'd probably take Showboat. Arclight, yeah, that's an okay choice here, but you've got to be careful with this mech, obviously, because it just implodes on itself. 80 to the torso. He made a move where he didn't move it much, and that was terrible. You can't move a light mech like that right in front of the firing line. I mean, if you're behind a hill, maybe, and you know you're not going to take a lot of LRMs, but direct fire right in front of me, it's not good, right? You're just going to get absolutely smashed apart. Other than that, he started pulling back. I suppose I would have probably gone all in at that point. I would have probably pushed my Centurion forward. He doesn't have Sumo or anyone decent in the Centurion, so it can't tank all that well. If you're taking an AL, you probably want Sumo or someone with Bulwark, just so you can sit it somewhere and just blast away at someone. Whereas with Apex, you're not going to get nearly as much tank out of an AL as you'd like. Not for most of this stuff to do some work. So if you had Apex here, Sumo here, then this could tank at the front, and then Apex could land some fairly decent PPC shots, and you could do your sensor locking with these two, right? So it might work out alright, I guess. But suddenly, if this is braced at the front, suddenly this thing cannonballs into it, and you've lost your brace, and it all falls apart. Oh, poor guy. It's a good game anyway. And with that, we'll take a break. Tune in next time. More Adventures of BattleTech. Hey guys, thanks again for watching. If you like what you've seen, hit that subscribe button or leave me a comment on anything you want to see in the future.